Hello viewers, yes, this is Ranjana ma'am and you are watching Yes, it's mine as well as your channel. Only a few days left. You must be burning midnight oil, right? Before the exams. This is your first board exam and the first paper is English language. So yes, I have come here with some useful tips. What to practice, what are the types of grammar questions, do as directed questions that can come or that is more expected, going through the various patterns of the last few years. Yes, before we start, you know what's coming. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and don't forget to press the like button after the video. I'm sure you'll like it. And yes, one thing, thanks a lot for your help, because with your help I have been able to cross the 100k mark. I've achieved this milestone only with your help. So yes, all thanks to y'all. So what are we waiting for? Let's start. Yes, regarding your essays, I won't talk much. I always say that go for that type of essay where you find yourself more comfortable. Not because someone else is doing this type of essay or this one fetches more marks, nothing like that. That essay where you're able to express yourself well, that will fetch you marks. If you are good in debates and all that, you can go for the argumentative one. But I always suggest that if it is a one-sided topic, you can go for it. But if it is 50-50, don't. You might go against the examiner's views, and in that case, there is a chance you might not get that much marks. So go for essays. If you are good in story writing, means your imagination power is very good, then go for story writing. But where you can express yourself well. Essays, you must have practiced. Regarding letters also, my advice is that if the formal letter, you can handle the topic which is given, then go for the formal, because you don't have to write much in a formal letter. Whereas in informal, you write a lot. It's no use writing a lot because it's just 10 marks. So I would suggest write less and see that you get the same marks. So if you are able to handle the topic, but sometimes the topic in the formal ones are a bit difficult, you need to know something about it. So if you can handle that one, go for it. And in notice and email, you know how to go for the right heading and all that, and emails, you can get a perfect 10 in it. Regarding your passage, fill in the blanks, that one. I'm going to the grammar part now. So regarding your passage, it's better that you revise your tenses. Though not all of them are tenses. Some of them are like, it can be a passive voice or it can be a participle also. It's not always that simple past tense, present tense and all that. And remember, go through the passage first and then start writing your answers. Many times you all not go fill in while you reading, only you fill in. No, first read the passage and then only fill. It will give you a very correct idea of whether it is in the whole passage is in the present tense or in the past tense. Most often it is that the whole passage is in the present tense, something what is happening in recent times. Sometimes the total passage can be in the past tense. So it's better first you read. First you read and try to get a grip on the topic or the passage, and then only attempt filling the blanks. Regarding your prepositions, I always advise you go through the phrasal verbs. Right? Regarding your joining the sentence, yes, it's very easy, and but and so you are supposed to omit. So there are different ways in which you can join. But regarding your do as directed, I would like to go for I would like to point out some things, how to handle them, or which are the things you will practice on the eve of your exams. Right? So on the eve of your exams, one is that when you get a sentence with no sooner and you are told to begin with as soon as, first check in which tense is the sentence. If it is in the present tense, what will you do? Like, I'll give you an example. Suppose the question is, as soon as mother gets up, as soon as the alarm rings, comma, mother gets up. Begin no sooner. So this is a present tense. So in this case, no sooner, since the subject is singular, you will use does. If the subject is plural, you will use do. In this case, it is alarm which is the subject. So no sooner does the alarm ring. No sooner does the alarm ring than. Than is the most important word in your no sooner. And another thing, no sooner does the alarm ring than mother gets up. Another thing to be noted is, after the negative word no sooner comes your helping or auxiliary verb. That means the rings, the verb gets broken into two parts and it becomes does and ring. So no sooner does the alarm ring than mother gets up. This is if it is in the present tense. If it is in the past tense, there can be two options. You can keep it in the simple past form or you can change it into the past perfect, like, as soon as he saw the tiger, he climbed the tree. No sooner, this can have two answers. First one with the simple past. As soon as he saw is in the past tense, simple past form. So you can break the verb into two parts. Saw means did see. So no sooner did he see the tiger than he climbed up the tree. And remember one thing, after than there are no changes. Another answer would be, no sooner had he seen the tiger than he climbed up the tree. So this is regarding no sooner. There are other negative words also, and when you begin with a negative word, keep this in your mind, keep it imprinted in your mind, that in no sooner or not only or never again, the auxiliary verb comes first. Like, not only did he go, not only did he steal, but also murdered the person. He stole the shop as well as murdered the owner. Begin with no sooner. So not only did he steal but also robbed the shop, but also murdered the shop owner. Not only did he steal, he stole or he robbed the shop and murdered the shop owner. Not only did he rob the shop but also murdered the shop owner. Right? So not only did he rob, if it is in the past tense, yes, did he rob. Robbed becomes did he rob. So not only also takes an auxiliary verb and then comes the subject. Right? And again in never again. This is a negative word. So he did not see his wife again. Begin with never. So never again did he see his wife, or begin with never again. So never again did he see his wife. You'll get one from direct and indirect, one of direct and indirect speech. So if it is a if it is changed from direct to indirect, if it is in an assertive sentence, it's not a problem. You join the two parts with that. But if it is an interrogative sentence, what will you do? You have to see whether the interrogative is a WH question or a verbal question. That means yes, no question. So WH question means the teacher asked, comma, teacher asked, said to Ravi, comma, why were you absent yesterday? The teacher asked Ravi, said to becomes asked, and then no joiner needed. Why? Because this is a WH question. So the teacher asked Ravi why he was absent the previous day or why he had been absent the previous day. Both will be correct. And if the question is a yes-no question, the teacher said to Rahul, question comma, inverted comma open. Have you done your homework? Question mark, inverted comma closed. So in this case, this is a yes no question, means it begins with a verb. Have you done your question? Have you done your homework? Yes, I have, or no, I haven't. So this is a yes no question. So in this case, you will either take a connector if or whether. I always suggest if. Why? Because only two letters, IF, whereas in whether you may confuse the spelling and go for a wrong one, and wrong spellings are not allowed in ICSE. ICSE takes very strictly two offenses of wrong spelling. So don't risk your marks. So the teacher said to Ravi, have you done your homework? The teacher asked Ravi if or whether, your choice. If you are confident about the spelling, you can go for it. The teacher asked Ravi if he had done his homework, right? And now another is 2. You'll get one surely because it has come often. That means this is the first grammar lesson you learnt in your ICSE. Remove 2, you so that one is the 2. That means he is too weak to walk. He is too honest to cheat or to tell a lie. He is so honest that he will not tell a lie. Or he is too weak to walk. He is so weak that he cannot walk. Cannot is an incapability. You are not capable. And will not means you can do it but you will not. Will not is not an incapability. You are not going to do it. So when to use cannot and when to use will not, right? And then another thing which comes is little did. Little doesn't mean in little quantity, it means not at all. Like, I did not know that she was going away or she was going abroad next month. I did not know that she was going abroad next month. And you are told to begin with little. So you might be confused what to do with little here. No. I did not know will become little did I know. Little did I know that she was going abroad next month. Little did I know means not in a small quantity. It means not at all. I did not know completely that she was going abroad next month. Okay. So little comes quite often. I have gone through many workbooks also. Yes. So this is something where my students also, they keep on asking, ma'am, how to begin with little. So yes, little did I know. Little did I know, little did I do, or whatever the verb is, little did I. Another thing is in grammar, it might come like something with beginning with everybody. Everybody knows this game and you're told to begin with who. So if the sentence is affirmative, everybody knows this game and begin with who, this answer will be a negative one. Who does not know this game? Everybody knows this game. Who does not know this game? And if the sentence is in the negative, like no one worships the setting sun or nobody worships the setting sun. First one was everybody. Second one suppose is nobody. Just the opposite. So nobody worships the setting sun, and here also you are told to begin with who. What will you do? Who worships the setting sun? That means if the question is in negative, your answer with who will be in the affirmative. Who worships the setting sun? Question mark. Okay, so these are a bit confusing. Keep this in mind. Then another thing, you won't find them coming one after the other. These are some exceptions. There are no such rules like that, changing from affirmative to negative and all that. These are a little bit variations. Like, it does not matter if we are late, and begin with what. And I have seen my students getting confused, ma'am. So they write various answers which are all wrong. And seeing that, I have collected all these and I am helping you all out with it. Keep these in mind. If you get a question of this sort, it does not matter if we are late, it does not matter if she does not come first in class or whatever, beginning with, if it does not matter, and you are told to begin with your answer with what. So if you are to begin your answer with what in such a sentence, what will you do? You will remove that it does not matter. Then what is the answer? What if we are late? So if there is a question with it does not matter and you are told to begin with what? Remove it does not matter. What if we are late? Means it does not matter. What if we are late? It does not matter if we are late, right? Another thing is, if you get a question like it is useless, it is worthless, something of this sort, and then to cry over spilt milk, or it is useless reading such trash books, or it is useless reading such trash, and you are told begin with why. What to do with why? Why cry over spilt milk? So it is useless, you will remove that part. Why cry over spilt milk? Or why read such trash? So in the previous one you removed it does not matter when you get a question like this, and you are told to begin with what, and here if you are given it is useless and blah blah blah, so you will remove that useless part and go for why, and then the remaining one. Why cry over spilt milk? It is useless reading such trash. It is useless to read such trash. Why read such trash? Right? And then only a fool would listen to your sweet tale, beginning with only, and you are told to begin with no sooner. None. You are told to begin with none. So in this case, either none but, no other, none but, none other, or none except. But I would go for none but or none other. So only a fool would listen to your sweet tale. None but a fool would listen to your sweet tale. None other than a fool would listen to your sweet tale. And another thing is the question tag. It's not mandatory that it will come, but sometimes it comes. And many of you don't know only what is a question tag. Suppose you get a question, you went to the market. Did you? You went to the market, didn't you? So suppose it is written you went to the market, and add a question tag. First, what should you notice? Whether the question is an affirmative or negative. You went to the market, or you went to school. This is an affirmative sentence. So the question tag means a short question at the end, and then you give a question mark. It doesn't begin with a verb. It doesn't begin with a WH word. The first part is an assertive sentence, and at the end is that tag or the question tag. So you are given an assertive sentence. Suppose you went to school, and you are told to add a question tag. So you went to school, didn't you? The first part is affirmative, so your question tag will be negative. You did not listen to me. You did not listen to me, did you? That means if the first part is negative, the question tag will be affirmative. You did not listen to my advice, did you? And did you, didn't you, it's not always did you or didn't you. It depends upon the question. Here it was you went to school. Went means did go. The did verb comes here. You should not talk in class. Suppose you get a question of this sort. Then you won't use did you should not talk in class, should you? You shouldn't use did you here. You should not talk in class. If you get a question of this sort, then your question tag will be should you. So you should obey your parents, shouldn't you? So it is not always did you or didn't you. It depends upon the sentence. If you already have an auxiliary verb there like should, the models can, could, you can swim, can't you? You can't dance, can you? So these are some of the grammar questions that come and are a bit difficult or confusing. That is why I thought of giving you these tips how to handle them, because they are not the normal ones like changing from affirmative to negative. The most often the sentences which you get, they are a bit different, like what if we are, what if you, it doesn't matter if you are late, what if we are late, or it's no use crying over spilt milk, why cry over spilt milk, or the ones, the question tags. So yes, I won't waste much of your time. I think these will be helpful. Keep an eye on these type of questions and try to solve them, so that if they come, yes, you'll get full marks, you won't be confused. And best of luck for your first board exams. Bye.